Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. Me Matt, we've been 2-2 for all here on Flag Turn. Just in front where we have a double British Commonwealth game here. We have Muru without a commander. We have Rachel without a commander here to start out with. Facing off against Nobby Gops as the Wehrmacht. And Maverick straight the gate with Panzer Tactics for the Waffen-SS. It just turns out for them. Flag Turn is a very small map, so action can be very intense. I've actually had surprisingly long matches on this small map somehow. Looks like Mura's going for command. It's going to be Royal Tank. Okay. You see that turns out for them. Basically just heading out with their initial rifle sections. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. But yeah, I've had surprisingly long matches on such a small map. Usually I'd imagine games on such a small map like Flag Turn to be, well, shorter, but no. Apparently they just end up being very, very long. I have no idea why. Also, it looks like my OBS is having a weird graphical issue on displaying my voice when I'm speaking. Hopefully that will not actually be an issue in the actual recording. I suppose I'll find out soon enough. Boom Pioneers have pushed the Royal South a little bit back, but the Sabbaths did get the ground. Now the British have to get to that fuel point up there, which is going to be a little bit difficult. But the Germans are so far not keeping eyes on it. But they will soon with that Storm Grenadier, but looks like Rachel's going to quickly move up here first with their rifle section with the Bren gun. Good to see. Got them in a good position. We also have a command charge. It's going to be Royal Parachutes, so we might have the RAF on the field later today. And well, the Royal Tank Guards and 7th Armor are doing their best down here against the Wehrmacht. So far just Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers in the field for the Wehrmacht. Pretty decent units. Nothing can be said to be bad about them. They perform very well as you'd expect of them. They're very high quality infantry for their price, after all. Basic German infantry. Not like the Sturm Grenadiers, but the Volksgrenadiers and Grenadiers can put up a very good fight when they're in a good position. You would expect of them. They just don't perform that well in close quarters until you equip them with more, what's it called, specific weaponry, like MP40s or something. But with long range Kar-98s, they can do a lot of accurate fire, as you can see. They're outgunning the British here because there's just too many rifles pointed at them. Also, Grenadiers do arrive at rifle grenades, which allows them to be really good in long-range combat early on. Also, the Waffen-SS is going to send up the park. As the rifle section doing its best against the Sturm Grenadiers here, but the Sturm Grenadiers are getting some good shots in with their marksman rifle now. Marksman rifles are not affected by the changes, I think, to accuracy over long distance, like all other weapons were in the game. Well, the mod, to be specific. Marksman rifles are still fully accurate at long range. Or at least at the previous accuracy. Means they can certainly win out, but help you win out in long range engagements from cover to cover. I think it's the idea behind it. Yeah, long range cover fights do last a while longer, which I very much appreciate. And here's against a good shot stand, the flanking shots from the Sturm Grenadiers as really showing. I don't think the Vikings can hold there for too long. And they have to pull back. And the British forces have been pushed back across the front. Now the Germans to get more territory. Triple Sturm Grenadier here from Maverick. Pretty expensive, but pretty damn good. These Sturm Grenadiers are, after all, very high quality infantry. It looks like they've all been equipped with marksman rifles. I guess he's going for a very long range cover to cover experience with them. Marksman rifle is a very good upgrade on them after all, so not really something you can complain about. So the British so far being able to move out. We do see some British paratroops being prepared. We also have the Vickers machine gun arriving here for the tank regiment. It's still in a better position, but there has an MG42 here for the Wehrmacht, which could be a big problem here for the Vickers. Vickers now opening fire. It's going to try and suppress the MG42. MT42 is behind heavy cover, it is being suppressed. And now the MT42 is firing back at the Vickers. I'm not sure who wins that engagement. I imagine the MT42 does. The Vickers is fairly accurate, especially if they manage to suppress the MT42 first. They are both behind heavy cover, so oh no. Sabbath's in trouble here. Have to quickly fold over and get away. All rifle sections are arriving here. We do have the British paratroopers in the fields. Moving wide around the park here. I'm trying to get on the flag up there. Meanwhile, we have the machine gun still firing. Looks like the NG42 is still suppressed. And Vickers is also firing back here. It's just a long exchange here between the machine guns. Neither side really able to get any kills at the moment. Postcard is pushed to try and kill these rifle sections. The rifle section manages to get away. Paratroopers managed to flank up here apparently. Missed that. But they're going to a good position now. These paratroopers are pretty damn good after all. That's the elite infantry. Yeah, it looks like the long-range machine gun firefights are just not as sufficient anymore. I like that the long-range from cover to cover fighting is not as intense. Well, it is more intense, but the idea is you don't lose as quickly, so there's a lot more tactical stuff going on. I like that. It means you have more chance to get things handled. Get more troops in. But you have to remain at range. It also makes it a little bit more difficult to close in on the enemy. Because it is a very dangerous thing to do. Oh, rifle section goes down. They don't want to give up that Bren gun. They need someone to go grab it. Rifle grenade going out. Also, the Savage is going to rush up to try and grab that Bren gun. Don't want to give the Germans that. Yep. Meanwhile, looks like the Brits have this push through up here. They're actually threatening the German in the forward HQ. Because Ks have been handed out to some of the rifle sections. I think that's a unique upgrade to them if you're playing as Airborne. Or Royal Parachute, and I think it is. We also have the paratroopers up here with their own universal, not universal gun, their Bren gun. Ugh. I'm about to say universal carrier. But the Brits have managed to get a very good headway up here now. Using their coveted advantage on Bren guns to suppress the Storm Grenadiers. And British infantry is very accurate after all, so you need to be careful as the Germans. But that is 3 Storm Grenadiers. Well, 2 Storm Grenadiers now. No one has to pull back for healing. 5 grenades are going out. But they're being flanked here by the Brits. But the Brits also trying to barbed wire up the entryway here to the center of the park. Very smart. That's going to make it a little bit more difficult for the Germans to get in there. But I think you can vault here. If I'm not mistaken. So the British will be able to secure the center of the park here, but they have to pull back. A few more resources to work with, but it is a Vickers machine gun. Keep an eye on the area. And it's actually covered it in a way. Oh, the Pioneer's just going to go around. They're just going to cut the barbed wire. Probably a smart idea to get that done early, to be honest. Oh, they're just using the clear cover one. I guess that's one way to do it, but that does destroy some of that cover here for the future. Meanwhile, the British paratroopers have arrived. Filling in some fire. They're also being equipped with some captured MP40s. We have a plane going ahead for the British Commonwealth. Yeah, dropping in some link. Airdrop in some supplies. They dropped in a mortar and a Hacality here for the British to utilize. Very good. Now the paratroopers have to pull back here. And now we have MT-42s and the marksman rifle on the Storm Grenadiers. That makes them a very hard squad to deal with. And no Comanches yet for the Wehrmacht. We have some Prince's Own Hussars, or Dragoons I mean. The field here is of course alongside the rifle section. However, they don't have unique models because you cannot get really unique models in Combat Heroes 2, unfortunately. But they have to just use the basic rifle section model. Because there's not a lot of variety of models for the British in the base game, unfortunately. They're quite limited in that regard. It's quite unfortunate. Drop the Bringer here. That's the right grade. Did not do too much damage here thanks to the cover. The British still holding on here. There's an MG42 though on their Grenadier squad. Just can lead on suppressed, but that's the right grade. Killed the gunner with the MG42 and suppressed the squad. The British are slowly losing their own cover here bit by bit. Germans have also set up a machine gun bunker behind. So the British just have to pull back here. I don't think they can win out in this engagement. Another rifle section coming up to try and hold the line. The Valentine tank coming up behind this, which I don't think the Germans are geared to dealing with yet. They do have a pack back here, so they could actually get that thing over there quick. Pack is ready to set up. Express one has been loaded though. Hits the circle thing. Wait, there's some Full shrubbery inside. Back 40 sets up. Got a side shot there. It's gonna force the Valentine to back off. You also have Luke's Panther II on the northern flank here. Just quickly rushing through the British lines, but it's running into an AT gun. Ooh, not looking good for that Panther II. Why do they call them GI? They're not GIs. They're not American. They're not Americans. They're not turning out well for that Panther II. His paratroopers are pushing up again. There's a smoke cover here, but they decide to pull back, realizing they will be in a crossfire, which you do not want to be. Crossfires are basically being in the suicide position. You're just gonna get killed very rapidly. Valentine tank is on the move. We do have a British lieutenant on the field. There's a Recording 18 coming out as well for the British. We have pack house, so they might be able to have something that can help deal with the German fortifications. I'm sending in some Storm Pioneers to secure the center. Biggest machine gun opens up on them. Okay, now one of the Storm Pioneers that was down on the right side of the cover. Suppressing the rest of the squad, but they are still capturing the point. So the British are going to make another push along the northern flank here. Pack house has been used to smoke up the front line first. Make an opening here for the British troops. Using smoke rounds. No, Storm Pioneers might be in trouble soon. Because K opens up. Brave being tossed. That's allowing the British to push further up. Into other pieces of cover. Hill spot being tossed out there to try and buy some time. Not too much though. British paratroopers are coming up behind us as well. Pressing the Storm Pioneers here thanks to the Vickers K. Vickers K is a very high fire rate machine gun after all. But they are being suppressed in return by the MT-42. But the British have secured the fuel point up here again. They need to keep that hand, that point in British hands, is what I was going to say. Valentine tank is on the move. Might be able to go northwards because there's not been a sign of any AT gun on the northern flank yet. But the Wehrmacht does have the pack on the field still. Quickly moving somewhere else, realizing the Valentine is moving. Taking a second pack as well by looks of it. Looks like the German Wehrmacht has gone for Infantry Division, which will certainly allow their infantry to fight a lot better. British are going for the central point again in the park. More grenades being used here. Oh, Valentine took a shot there, has to pull back for repairs. The Storm Grenadiers have pulled back here to heal up again. Panzer IV J is being requisitioned. The British paratroopers, or at least the Royal Parachute Regiment, is setting up here again. 17-pounder has been called into the field. The Recce team is keeping an eye on the rest of the park here, giving the British a pretty good idea of what's going on. Even though there's a mortar here now, even the British captain on the field calling in some kind of artillery strike. There's gonna be land mattress, Siggleback barrage coming in here. Okay. Could be interesting. If the Siggleback does. Certainly doing some issues here. Even calling, destroying the team of the mortar. They're killing them. I cannot speak today, evidently. That's because I've already talked a lot today, and that's affected my voice. Panzer IV J is on the move. Really trying to rush forwards here. Getting around the shit, actually making a hole in this shit's wall. But I think these guys have captured Panzerfausts. No, they have cannon bombs. Oh, they got mowed down though. That Panzer 4G just destroyed that paratrooper squad. Now it's still on the move here. But his troops don't really have much to deal with it out here in the open. I do have the 80 gun back here, which took a shot in. Yeah, I'm in the turret for a bit. Superman is on the move again. We don't have a lot of cover to work with here. And so it looks like the Vickers K is focused on something else. Now it's swap back to them. It's reloading. And now it's opening fine. It suppresses the German infantry pretty quick. They have to pull back. There's just not enough British troops. The Brits are trying to push through here up near the center. U-42 setting up. Ooh, Gebal on the Sabers. Stun them and force them back. MG42 can open up. There's some more Prince's Own Dragoons. 11 for SARS. They're using a rifle grenade here. Trying to get it under. Oh, they all jumps all bunched up. That could be very dangerous. Oh, yeah, did some damage. British Lieutenant might be in trouble. He's very close to the front line. There's the pullback. We do have a Hetzer on the field here. Lieutenant does a kill. Double Hetzer coming out. Looks like the Infantry Division is going to rely on some small Panzerjägers. Tank destroyers to try and hold the line. Jagdpanzers. And the Infanterie certainly has some good options to work with still. Sturmgrenadiers need some healing still. Panzer J remains strong on the northern flank. But for how long? That's going to be the main question. British troops are arriving to dig in and prepare to move up. Act 40 set up here to capture some part of the park. And MT-402 is still trying to hold back the British. It's only four men in the squad though, and they are severely wounded at this point. They do suppress the British infantry. British combat tank is being prepared though, which the Germans are going to have issues dealing with, I reckon. I don't really have enough stuff that can actually deal effectively with a combat at the moment. Just thinking closely with the infantry with Panzerfausts, I guess. What's happening up here? Oh, they lit a mine. Very cheeky. Let's try and cover that flank. That's a tank mine by that. British paratroops trying to roll the ground here. Brain gun and Vickers K. That's a lot of machine gun fire. Rifle grenades from the flank there. The British cannot hold that position for long. They have to pull back. Those are very veteran Sturmgrenadiers. Almost all of them are veteran C5 at this point. That is some very elite infantry right there. They're already pushing forwards. Taking a lot of fire as they move. 20 pounder probably has to pull back. Mills bomb though. Another Mills bomb being tossed. Take down one squad. Oh, that's a huge loss there for the Waffen-SS. Those squads are not cheap to replace. The Mills bomb going out. And the Sturmgrenadiers don't want to stay there. They don't want to risk losing another one like that. The Panzergrenadiers now being requisitioned to replace the Sturmgrenadiers. Comet arriving here in the center. Explosive round being loaded. And hits some shrubbery. Typical bad luck. Jagdpanzers now know there's a Comet around. Remote control MG-54 is being prepared on the top. Yeah, Muru can swap between APDS and normal AP rounds, which is a unique thing to the Comet, I think. Where you can get higher penetration in exchange for less damage. A little bit of a unique little thing, so it can actually effectively penetrate the German heavy tanks relatively easily, actually. Even at long range, you can slowly whittle them down. They don't do as much damage, but you can just consistently penetrate. The Germans are not usually prepared for, actually. More Panzergrenadiers are going to be called in here. Sturmgewehr being upgraded here on the Panzergrenadier. And the British are so far doing a decent job, but they still cannot really get through that Panzer IV at the moment. So the paratroopers have called in the Cromwell 95 though, so that's a Cromwell with a howitzer on it. Not the most efficient at dealing with tanks, but can deal with infantry pretty well. That's where the Panzer IV could be a problem. But it's very good at dealing with infantry, especially fortified positions. So it's going to focus on the Panzergrenadiers first. That's surprising them in one shot, even though it missed. Now the Panzer IV has to really get into action. Got hit there by the Panzer IV, it has to pull back for repairs. Trying to do the Panzer IV into an ambush of some kind, I reckon. Here, the Germans just trying to fight alongside the entire front line here with the Brits. We have a Panzer armed here on the Storm Pioneers. With all the smoke it discharges now, that's such a nice little extra effect now to showcase this rocket-based anti-tank. Those are the Jagdpanzer moving. Quadruple Hetzer? Am I seeing this right? Are we going to have 4 Hetzers in the park? That's a lot of Hetzers. Oh, Common got hit by a pack. That's a whole lot of Hetzing. Second Common coming out here for the British. The German Wehrmacht remains fortified here, taking out a lot of weapons fire. Up here, the Storm Pioneer. No, it's those Panzergrenadiers trying to get some ground here. Mills bombs are being flung in their way with 5 grenades. Oh, almost killed the squad there. And they might have to get taken out here by the British rifle section. Yeah, they focused them down. And they remain to this Panzer IV, what looks like the rifle section will make it. Barely. Oh, he barely even made. Holy shit, that was actually close. The Panzergrenadiers are more costly than the rifle sections, I think. Hammond remains strong in the center. He's just mulling about, doing his own thing. Trying to figure out how he can take over this park for King and Country. Another Commodore is rolling into the area. Commodore has been relocated northwards for repairs to the truck. Nice to see.
The Cromwell's ready to roll.
5 Hetzers. Am I seeing this correctly? Am I really going to be seeing 5 Hetzers in one area? That is very different. I'm not complaining. It is just different. 70 pounder got cleared out there. Not good for the British. The Hetzers are not very efficient anti-infantry killers. They do have that remote control MG34 on top, which at least are something, but I don't think it's the most effective dealing with infantry. And I don't think the Hetzer can stand up to a Comet, but you know, the sheer amount of Hetzers could just overrun the Comets. Possibly. Common 95 still present here fighting. Panzer IV in the move. Panzer IV is turning his turret. Hits the wood. Not very much happens. Stukas Fus opens fire somewhere, I think. No, that's the Siggleback. Siggleback calling by the captain landing down here. And with that opening, the Comets are rushing across with the British infantry behind them. I think the Comets might be overextended a little bit. One Hetzer does go down. Smoke being popped there. 2 Hetzers down. As I suspected, the Hetzers don't really match up towards Comet. While that is going on, looks like the Cromwell 95 has to pull back from the Panzer IV. We have a lot of action in this little park here, don't we? The comets definitely need repairs. British infantry is doing their best behind the sandbags here. That Brendan gun is certainly helping, but they have to pull back. So allows the pioneers to start pushing up, or at least moving somewhere else. Might be moving to repair that Hetzer. No, they're clearing out some side blockers. That's pretty smart. So the Germans realize the park is actually one of their enemies too, as it prevents them from lining up their shots. They just keep on the long-range firefights, but all those marksman rifles are really allowing the Waffen-SS to win out these engagements, I think. And gets hits in, of course. And Japan can see the Panzer... No, I cannot see the Panzer IV somehow. Is there really a vision block in the way? Oh, there is. Panzer just have to pull back. Yeah, afraid of that. Cromwell 95. Yeah, who wouldn't be? Because they can do stuff like that. The Panzer IV is still about. Some sting guns now being upgraded here in the Sabas. Meanwhile, the others just laying mines now in case they get pushed back. Comets are almost prepared for duty again. 5 section heading northwards to the Orphan Field Point again. Panzer IV has to pull back for repairs. Looks like it took a hit from that 17 pounder. Firefly being requisitioned as well. Panzer Grenadiers of the first SS is moving up now to try and prevent the British from securing the point. White phosphorus rounds now going in from the Pack Howitzer. Probably a very good choice. White phosphorus is actually pretty damn good at causing issues for the Germans. The Cromwell 95 is just doing a lot of good stuff dealing with the fortified positions. 5-6 under a little bit of threat here. That was going on the flank, but they just getting mowed down by the automatic fire. Those Sturmgewehrs just ripping into the British troops.
Squad's gone. The capture point is being overrun.
But the Cromwell 95 is present and immediately stops that for the Germans. Oh, and takes out the squad there. That's why the Cromwell 95 is so dangerous. Panzer IV is moving up to try and deal with it. Getting a good shot in, injuring the gunner. The British are trying to secure the center again. Comets are waiting for a third comet. Not sure who's winning this. I feel like the British could get the upper hand soon. After the starts like infantry at the moment. We do see a Tiger tank being prepared though. On such a small map, the Tiger tank can generally do pretty well if you can position it. Not as easy to outflank it on such a small map. And look at all the Hetzers. And even a Pack 43. What's with all the Hetzers? So many Hetzers. That's the Hetzer convention? Like, that's just so many Hetzers. They're not really doing much, but they're there. I would have thought some stocks would be a decent alternative. Who am I to judge? Sometimes Hetzers just get a Hetz. Besides, the Hetzer convention is a very big deal, I'm reckoning. Hetzers have to go to that convention after all, because they're not a true Hetzer. Triple comets are ready though. And White Phosphor still landing around the Mthis positions. 195mm. At 95 howitzer on the Cromwell's doing a lot of good work too. Now the Firefly as well. Oh, the Mthis is in deep trouble. He lost a lot of infantry. Panzer IV is trying to push up here to try and make some ground. The Tiger tank has arrived though. The Germans try to stabilize the front line in the north. And the Germans does not normally have a lot of pushing power. Because the Hetzer, while the Hetzer is the Hetzer, I don't really think it's the best offensive vehicle. Of an ambush defensive vehicle. Compensating southwards. Pack and several telemines have been prepared. That's a lot of telemines, holy shit. I'll certainly stop any British vehicle in its tracks though. Meanwhile, the Cromwell is still pushing up here. Looks like they took out the 4 HQ. Looks like the Panzer IV is hiding about. Target tank reveals itself. Ooh, got dazed there due to the Firefly. Perhaps prioritized vehicle is bugged out. It sucks when it's bugged like that. Hopefully they can get that fixed. It's so bad when it's like that. At least they are taking it in stride. At least with some humor. So that's good to see. Mthis is securing the northern flank here again. With all their Panzer Grenadiers and Stone Grenadiers. British do have a Firefly though. So the Tiger does have to be a little bit careful, and with white phosphorus landing around it, has to be extra careful. Because if you're hit by white phosphorus, you cannot fire back. It's basically unable to fight. Allows the British to get some shots in. Like the machine guns can still fire, but the main cannon cannot. Now they can operate it again. Like the German infantry is trying to push up again. Now in the open air, that's where the Cromwell 95 pushes up. And that's why you don't blob up when the enemy has explosive weaponry. Or just you shouldn't really blob up in Ironside ever. That Spearhead, you just never should. Oh, the Hetzer convention is on the move. Looks like they did lose one Hetzer though to the Comets. Comets pull back for repairs. Do I get more Sickleback? And there might be more Sickleback, I think. It's certainly artillery of some kind. Did some damage. Tank lost its gun. That's an opening the Firefly can utilize. Or even the howitzer crumble here. Because without its gun, it's basically just a very vulnerable. And they're basically taking full advantage of that. You guys need to clear out that Panzer IV now. And then actually the clear up here to push through. The howitzer base crumble will not do anything to the tanks though. Well, it can, but it's very unlikely. Panzer IV gets taken out now. The British have this. Unless the German infantry can get close enough. Mthis decides to back off. They know there's Panzerfaust equipped here. Oh, but they pull back. Germans on full retreat. He needs to get this Tiger back. Tiger's still in a vulnerable position after all. Smoke wing pop there. That's how you're gonna protect it that much, is it? And instead the British are going after the forward command center instead. Oh wait, Firefly got a shot in. And the German infantry's just gonna push out in the open with the crumble like this. Yeah, just continuously causing disruption there. I guess to pull all the way back into the base, I think. It might be too late at this point. The Firefly's still taking careful shots. There we go, Tiger down. Another forward HQ now. After this open flank is completely collapsed. The British can now threaten the base. Not looking good for the Germans. Oh, another painful shot. Down to one Panzer Grenadier. It's not looking good for Maverick here. I feel the Wehrmacht needs to use some of those Hetzers at the convention and send them up there. And now the British are just grabbing MT-42s off the ground too, because why not? I feel the Germans gotta really make a comeback here. When you lose a flank like this with the Mthis, you're kind of in a very bad spot. There's another very good faction at recuperating losses. Unless your specific command is like a propaganda. Propaganda can recuperate losses somewhat thanks to the Fox turn, but other commanders really have a hard time doing it. The Wehrmacht just remains down here, not really doing much. I still think the Hetzer convention should move northwards. But no, the Hetzer convention is staying down here. But they're discussing something very important. Like, what's the best way to Hetz? Now they're just using the howitzer artillery piece now again. Yes, the Commonwealth can actually be used as a howitzer piece if you're using the 95mm. As you can see. Do some good damage too against the HQ. It's like Mary's just not doing anything. Speed up time because it doesn't look like much is happening. Amara calls the GG. Maris pulls back. Here's some sickleback rockets going in. The comets are pushing. The British infantry, good to see, but they're going straight into Pack 43. Pack 43 cleared out. Hetzer's on the move. The Hetzer convention is moving. Fancy takes shots, took out one combat there. And more Hetzers are arriving for the Hetzer convention. That's a lot of Hetzers. But the Hetzers should not be doing well against these comets. Comets are too armored and has too big of a gun. Got ammo cooked there. But the Hetzers do fire fast. Take down one comet there. But all the Hetzers just been cleared out. Guess the Hetzer convention was not done at the right time. But the comets do get taken out, but it still doesn't help the fact that the Germans have lost on the other flank. I like to see the Hetzers go out with a bang like this. Oh, the comet missed. Hetzer still backs off. Drifting a little bit. Well, not really drifting, but very good at maneuvering. Apparently Merrick just wants this to end, but not big ups is, I guess, having fun being the Hetzer. Other Hetzer's gonna try and come in from the flank. Oh, one Hetzer gets taken out. Hetzer's running, and he wants to go in for the kill. So that's not gonna happen. Looks like the Hetzer convention failed. I'm sure in some situations the Hetzer convention could actually work. I shame we didn't get to see them too much. But I thought it was funny. I suppose someone being loaded by the Hetzer. Takes out the squad there. But now the British are just pushing on the other flank. It's practically over. The Germans should just surrender at this point, yeah. He's just been called by Muru now, and yeah, at this point they surrender. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you next round. Bye bye.